the same question, please, Prof. Amani. When you hear the phrase climate-conscious citizenship, what does it mean to you, and why does it matter now in education?
Well, thank you, dear, for this question. I always would like to add to that in relation to not only to emotional skills. I think that I would like to take it in the perspective of political and philosophical education. This is my specialty, and how we can rethink about citizenship and education in a time of climate uncertainty. This is how I call it. I believe from that perspective, from the philosophical education and rethinking citizenship education, in a time of climate, I call it uncertainty. It requires a kind of shift from static, rights-based conception of citizenship to a dynamic and responsibility-centered, I call it responsibility-centered and ethically grounded framework. So citizenship can no longer, I think, be confined within national boundaries. It must be reimagined, as you mentioned in the beginning, as an expanded moral and civic consciousness that integrates environmental stewardship, intergenerational justice, as many studies call it, and a global solidarity. So in this context, I believe education should cultivate what may be termed as climate-conscious citizenship, where individuals are not only aware of ecological risks, but also are equipped to act, and this is what makes a difference, to act with moral clarity and collective responsibility. And that involves embedding ethical reasoning and critical thinking that we are usually working on in our universities and schools, and the systems of awareness into the curricula, enabling learners, and every one of us is a learner, as I said, to understand the interconnectedness of what I believe political decisions, for example, for leaders, our leaders, environmental sustainability, and human well-being. So citizenship education must foster agency rather than passive awareness. Sometimes it's passive. So encouraging students, encouraging learners or expertise to participate, or even decision makers to participate in shaping sustainable future. In line with human-centered philosophy that aims at indicating citizenship or citizens, how we can educate them to balance rights with duties, and how we can view care for the planet in a better and more extensive way of care for humanity itself. I believe this is the main issue here.
Thank you so much. So what I have been hearing from both your responses is that when we look at climate-conscious citizenship, it's way beyond simple